Like I'd put Aikman above.
No, I wouldn't fight you.
Montana, Young.
Roethlisberger?
No.
Big Ben?
I didn't like Big Ben.
Well, it's personal now. I got you.
I don't like
Tahoe.
yeah. But no, you know what? No. I think if you're talking about the quarterback position, I think Warren Moon was better than Roethlisberger.
And I'm one of those guys that if he were in that Dallas system, would they have won those Super Bowls?
I don't know.
See, I believe so.
Okay.
All right. Well.
And I'm not disagreeing with you. Just trying to.
Jim Kelly?
Yes. Better.
Would you like to guess Warren Moon's playoff record?
See, this is going to get me mad.
It might get you in trouble.
2-7.
Evan, I'm going 3-5.
3-7.
Oh.
He got the Dax. Hopefully he ain't listening.
Who, Dak or Warren Moon?
Warren.
Let's go to Will in the East Bay. Let's talk about another of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Hey, Will.
Stop! Well, good afternoon or good morning, guys.
Yeah.
Good to talk to you again. Always my pleasure. Don't leave out Otto Graham and Johnny Unitas, by the way.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's too old. I've got a I got a thought on this Brock Purdy thing, though. Because in a perfect world, if Kyle Shanahan expedites this offense, this team's going to do really well. But it's predicated around the run. I'm sure you'll agree with me. Just like that last game, keep that other quarterback off the field. But the catch-22 here is his numbers are going to be more pedestrian. I'm talking Brock Purdy.
Right.
Than they were last year. Don't expect a 4,035-5, okay, in an MVP. They're going to be more pedestrian. He's going to be looked on more as a game manager. But in the when you look at the macro on this thing, this is a very dominant offense that's being run by a very efficient quarterback. Okay, I had one other thought too. You had touched on that Super Bowl. And all Super Bowls have their ebbs and flows unless there's a lot of sloppy play. Well, that was not the case. KC and San Francisco, aside from a McCaffrey fumble, Mahomes interception, a special teams screw-up, those teams played stand-up to a draw at the end of overtime. And my point is, I kind of thought about this a lot. I think where this game was lost is I think Shanahan went up to Steve Wilks, and he basically asked, are we ready to go or are these guys gas? And he says, no, we still got a lot of salt in the tank. Okay? And he took it. They won the toss, but they had to score a touchdown. They had to assume that the other guy on the other side, number 15, was going to come back with a touchdown, just like Tom Brady has done so many times against Matt LaFleur. They didn't give the ball to Rodgers. You know what I'm talking about. But I think when they got the ball and they had to settle for that field goal, and I remember watching the game and I shook my head. I just said, this one's over.
Right
there. And I think that Lynch was really pissed off for no other reason than he basically thought that there was still something left there with the defense. And you have a defensive coordinator who doesn't allow a touchdown in a Super Bowl in regulation lose his job. And I'm kind of thinking that maybe the word that Shanahan got from Steve Wilks wasn't really accurate, that defense was, in fact, getting very tired. Anyway, just wanted to weigh in on those thoughts, guys.
No, appreciate it, Will. And we can touch on that. But I do think he's right. I think there's a chance Purdy's numbers won't quite be as good as last year. And then we got to figure or factor in what it really means. And I mean,
but it doesn't change the goal of the team.
No, but it might change the number on his deal.
No doubt about it.
And here's the other thing I'm thinking.
But even if they go far and win it all, and let's just say his numbers are pedestrian, Stoney, I know we don't want to get into this today, but wouldn't that supersede any touchdown to interception ratio?
I don't know.
I think that's what it would weigh heavy on my metric if I was like, did we get it done? If this dude runs us to the Super Bowl, obviously he had to be better than he was bad. I think that's when we're talking about resetting the market.
I mean, the other thing is, if there's a lot to me that works against Purdy. One is Kyle likes to run the football. The other thing I think that's working against Purdy is, and I talked a little bit about this yesterday, but it's a different context, is if the 49ers play with a lead most of the game, they're probably going to run the ball more than they throw it. And if they don't throw it a lot and they're really, really successful, yeah, I think that plays into the conversation about Brock Purdy and what you do with him. I mean, what you pay him. But I don't know to what extent. I mean, I don't know to what extent. Damon's in San Leandro. What's up, Damon? How you doing, man?
It's a good day. It's Friday the 13th, and I was born on Friday the 13th, so I can't complain.
There you go. Yeah. Jason.
Well, today is not my birthday, but I just like Fridays. Nevertheless,
yes,
you spoke about Warren Moon being the top quarterback in Houston Oilers history. Are we forgetting George Blanda?
Oh, come on! His heyday was with the Raiders.
Well, the thing about it, he did quarterback the Houston Oilers back in the early part of their history.
Yeah,
and if I'm not mistaken, I think he won a championship.
I don't think the
AFL.
Oh, in the
AFL. Yeah.
You really think Blanda was better than Warren Moon?
Well, he also kicked field goals.
That's true. That's true. Thanks for the knowledge,
Blanda
David.
For the win.
Oh, that's the kind of stuff I love.
Didn't he also quarterback till he was like 50?
Yeah. Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, my God.
Modern day Brady.
By the way, I'll wait to bring this up, but I do want to bring it up.
People saying don't forgive Steve McNair and the Houston Oiler before they went to Tennessee. He was Oiler.
How many years did he quarterback?
I want to say like 9. I'll get it for you. Go ahead.
No,
don't let you forget.
No, I want to do the thing that you got ready for me.
Well, we came in today.
Set it up.
All right, we came in today. All four of us were having the discussion about had we known that Christian McCaffrey was going to miss the Jet game, the impact individually that would have had on what we thought was going to transpire in the game. And lo and behold, the Niners clicked on all cylinders. We saw, can I say, a running back be born with J.P. Mason in his carries? It was 1 week, but the bigger shock to me driving to home to Union City after the win by the Niners was, damn, this offense still can go. I know it's 1 week without Christian McCaffrey.
Sure.
So we were talking in the green room today like we do on Payday Friday, and it basically centered around how many Christian McCaffreys, how many ones at the running back position have won Super Bowls? Is that a must? Is that a mandate that if you have a star stud Eric Dickerson type quarterback, Tony Dorsett, Roger Craig, Joe Cribbs, whoever, does that get you to the dance? And what this stemmed around from was your question about how important the running back is to the quarterback and wide receiver and the discrepancy that we all know, which is the pay. So if you don't mind, what I did or what we did is I went back to 2012, the Super Bowl winners. Okay?
Okay.
So I'm going to list the starting running back, tailback for the teams that won the Super Bowl since 2012 up until last year.
All right. Before you do it, you're listening to 95.7 The Game, KGMZ FM and HD1 San Francisco. Always live on the free Odyssey app, Twitch and YouTube, powered by First NorCal Credit Union. After you give us all these guys' names, is there going to be a conclusion to draw?
Well, that's up to you and you decipher, what you get from this. But it kind of bothered me.
Okay.
I got a cough.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going back to 2012.
Okay.
The Baltimore Ravens beat the New York Giants, and the starting running back was Ray Rice.
Okay.
Would you call him I guess he's got to be a 1, right? Evan Spadoni? What would Ray Rice be?
He used to be.
Okay, so when they won, he was still in his, we checked the box, I'm with you.
He probably was a year or two removed from first team, but he's a good running back.
Okay, 2013, Seattle Seahawks win their first Super Bowl, Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
He's a 1.
Let's call him big boys.
Okay, big boys.
Yeah, big boys.
Okay, New England the year after, LeGarrette Blount.
No.
They beat the, Okay, gotcha.
Well, he is a big boy.
He's a big boy, but he ain't a one. He's playing with you on payday Friday.
Let me tell you something about LeGarrette Blount.
Oh, Steiny, where are you going?
He did something in college that he really got in trouble
Boise State.
Boise.
Boise State.
Yeah, he punched the player.
Actually, I think he hit him with his helmet.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Let's
then
not get sidetracked.
Oh, all right. Now you messed me up. Now we got Denver, C.J. Anderson, when they won their Super Bowl.
Go Cal.
C.J. Anderson, Steiny, I don't think he was a one at that juncture.
All right.
Okay. All right. Then we got LeGarrette Blount with the Philadelphia Eagles. He's was
still
way past,
a no.
Okay. And then we got Blount again with the New England Patriots in 2014.
This guy's a mercenary.
Holy hell.
Yeah, he went so.
You know what? Why is he not in the Hall of Fame?
Anyway, Sony Michel, 2000.
No.
Okay. Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Who?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Cam
I know
Akers
who he
with the
is.
Rams. No. He ain't even on the squad no more.
Well, years go fast in football. Like, you could be good last year and be terrible
All right,
next
and then
year.
Kind of like McCaffrey.
Yeah. And then the last 2 years, Pacheco, who was not a top pick with the Kansas City Chiefs. So what bothers me about this list, Donnie, there's some good running backs, but not it. You don't have to have a number one at running back to win a Super Bowl. And I didn't like this exercise because you think of all the ones, Zeke Elliott, Barkley. Who else can we come up with that haven't even sniffed the Super Bowl? But you got average guys at the run. I'll call them sevens. I believe you can win a Super Bowl offensively with a 7 at running back, a pretty damn good offensive line, but a stud quarterback or receivers. And that's why I think the pay is what it is because if you have, I know running backs have different styles, but Steiny, if those holes are open, the game is move the chains. And if I can get you 3.5 to 4 yards, 3 or 4 yards a carry, I mean, you don't need Walter Payton. Just look at this list. And we went back to 2012.
Yeah. Hey, I got a question
You
for
didn't
you.
like it.
No, I do like it.
Yeah.
I do like it.
I didn't like your energy.
Well, I'm
I
trying
love
to
the
think.
music from Evan.
No,
you
I'm
let him throw you off.
I'm trying to think of the conclusion. So let's say in the last 12 years,
Okay.
you don't need a big boy running back.
Is that why the pay is what it is now with the running backs and how I tried to be Malcolm
Probably.
X and say they're youth? I don't like what's going on. I think that this, if you allow me to insert this to the jury, present this to the jury,
Nice.
it kind of outside of Marshawn Lynch, Steiny, and Ray Rice. It's not a prerequisite.
No, it's not. No, I think you're right on that. The question is, if you have a big boy, you don't throw him back, right?
You don't throw him back in.
You know, I mean, like, you would never. Okay, I guess my question is, would you rather have one of those backs at $4 million a year or McCaffrey at $16 million a year?
Now I'm starting to believe it.
Well,
The $4 million. And look what
Yeah,
the
I don't-
Niners did in 19. They didn't have a McCaffrey. They had a 3-headed monster.
but you know what? Mostert is good.
He was
like he's a good running
and
back.
Jeff Wilson Jr., as hard as he was. But my point is they got it done by committee. They went to the NFC
Well,
Championship with Breida
all right,
and Elijah Mitchell.
Let me stipulate.
Yeah, Kyle knows how to dial it up.
See, I'm not being.
I'm not hating
a
on McCaffrey because I love him.
I'm not being a nitpicker here, but when I hear you say they did do it by committee, I think of that as, we got 2 running backs, both of whom ran for 600-700 yards. I think he's had a different big boy each year, but I don't want to use big boy because I'm using big boy for the big boys. But in each year, the Niners did have a number 1 running back. It just happened to be a different guy every year. Hey, I got one for you.
Yeah.
What does Andy Reid call it when Isaiah Pacheco goes out into the flat? The Pacheco pass. Spadone gave me a 4.
I don't know if that's true or.
Well, it's not true.
I think it's some of your worst work, and I want to talk to Spadone. We got to review the.
Have you ever heard of the Pacheco pass?
Oh no, that's
it's in the Bay Area.
Okay, that's why it didn't resonate. No, what's up with the Pacheco pass?
Well,
Where is it?
It's in Pacheco.
Shout out my old boss, Richard Pacheco from AmeriQuest Mortgage.
No, so you've always heard that on the, hey, we got trouble at the Pacheco Pass.
I have not.
A big rig and a semi.
Now that makes sense on why he gave you a 4.
I'll go to the text line for that. Give me a number.
Oh, Frank Gore. A lot of people saying Frank Gore, but he didn't win. They
Right.
lost to the Ravens. But had they won, Frankie G, he would have been a 1 to me.
Yeah, definitely.
Frank Gore's going to the Hall of Fame.
You would think.
Kaepernick's going to the Hall of Fame. It's
No.
fun. It's fun.
Why would you do
I
that?
wanted to see how many
Why would you
seconds
do
either
that?
one of you said, "Goo, put the jungle juice down."
510.
What?
Oh, my gosh.
I live in Pleasant Hill.
Not-
Where is Pacheco Pass? I don't know. You didn't tell us where.
510 says not in the Bay Area. That's Gilroy, Los Banos. No,
Correct. Yes. I thought that's who you're referring to. I was on the phone. Sorry.
Oh, boy.
oh, really? Oh, so,
So you turn right at Gilroy instead of keep going, like going through there to Morgan Hill, you'd veer right. and then
right,
you
that's
go-
the Bay Area.
If you're going to like Fresno or anything, you'd cut through the Pacheco Pass.
Yeah, it's the Bay Area.
Ah, no.
Okay, so then let me ask you a
Morgan
question.
Hill's Bay Area, not
Yeah,
Gilroy.
all upset.
Hey, Spadone, you don't make the rules on this one. Why then do they include the Pacheco Pass in traffic reports if they're not Bay Area?
Because they impact Bay Area traffic.
Evan
Evan is my MVP, man.
Put it in the Bay. Come on,
Dude, a lot of people unfamiliar with it.
I was about to give you a 1.
I was like, Pacheco Pass. I thought that was the actual name of the. I was like, okay, Pacheco. Oh, boy. Yeah.
Wrong, Steiny. That's not the Bay Area. See, this is what
People
this
say
is
that's
what,
the Altamont.
This is what people don't get. Yes, it is in the Bay Area.
We'll see.
It's in the Bay Area. It's like I do that like Guru does. Oh, 49ers have won 7 Super Bowls.
Oh, no.
Even though it's not true, I'll just maintain it is.
No, they could have. Yeah, I'm your guy. Pacheco Pass.
Well, somebody took issue with you because you. Now, I like the way you phrased it. Could have. In the past, you have had the word should
no.
in there. At times.
Kawhi
Just
would-
at times.
Had Clay and KD not gone down, that thing was a wrap. Had Draymond not got suspended up 3-1, that's a wrap. 4 + 2 is Dr. J. 6. We got robbed of 2 parades.
They could have won 6.
They should have won
no, they
6.
shouldn't have.
Injuries and
How could they win?
suspensions.
How could they win a title when they're banged up like they were?
Banged up win.
Durant and Clay got hurt.
Oh, Clay tried to dunk and got hurt.
Exactly.
If he would have laid it up,
Exactly.
he'd still
You're
be
making
here.
my point. Just say could, and we can avoid all this.
Oh, good. I'm a team player.
I think I originally said Pacheco Pass was like near.
I didn't want to do this.
It's in the Bay. It's just I did.
Yeah.
I did mess up the location. a
Uncle
little.
Looney, is Half Moon Bay the Bay?
Yes,
Of course.
please. If you know what, if you want me to run down what is and what isn't,
out.
I can.
Yeah, I'm
can.
out too. Yeah, the boss is like, yikes.
No, the boss.
Oh, your best friend, huh? Trouble in Paradise?
Yeah. By the way,
Oh, boy.
what are you doing, man?
What do you mean?
You know what I mean.
No, I feel left out. That's all.
Like the kind of stuff you're saying to the boss about me. Like what are you
And
doing?
I did it in front of you yesterday. You look mad. I said, maybe I shouldn't have did that. You look kind of agitated.
You know what?
If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? Michael Irvin. That's what I'm
he
asking
said.
the great Rich Mitchell.
He didn't.
Now, why would Evan
he
do
didn't
that?
make that up.
Or-
Never hear report. Pacheco Pass is part of folks commuting from the South Bay, including the Valley. You all know. There you go. You only know. Yeah, I think count the bucket. Pacheco Pass.
Yep.
Absolutely count it. All right. 888-957-9570 is the number.
So what?
We got how much seconds, Stan? I got to ask you a quick question.
I'm shook.
Have you ever been to a live auction?
Did you see the boss just came in?
No.
He did. And he glared.
It's paid.
Back to Wiggins. Back to Wiggins.
Is
Okay,
that
go
the-
ahead. Finish off the segment.
Have you been
I
to a
gotta-
live auction?
live auction? Yes, I've been to a live
Is it
auction.
incredible that Joe Cunningham did it last Friday at Harding Park? Go on once, 1,100. Do I got 1,200? Do I got 1,300 in the back? All right, 14. It's incredible what they do, like jockeys.
Yep. We got to get back to football.
Yeah. Back to the weekend.
Yeah, see, you know what? You know what? Philmo Mike's right.
Well, you fell off with the
well, I didn't.
Pacheco pass. That,
Well, no.
that
I was
bomb.
I didn't know where to go after that solid running back list.
Well, you didn't like it either.
No, I did. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. But I just know that it's a blow to your knowledge that no running back with the ha-ha has won a Super Bowl in a long time. Marshawn didn't even have the ha-ha.
That's what made him who he is.
No,
he had Fred Astaire feet.
No, he ran over people.
And he could shake
Do you want me to get this? Do you want me to get the sound bite of running through a guy's
in the
face?
playoffs against the Saints?